Merit School of Music is located in Chicago's West Loop neighborhood, but we draw kids from across the region, 139 zip codes across the city, and our goal at Merit is to have our student body reflect the diversity of our city.
Music is for everybody, and we believe that here, so no matter what creed, what color, what background you come from, you should have the opportunity to get a high-level music education. At Creek Monique, the band director over there, Ravelli Gribb, he had an interest in starting private lessons at Creek Monique. We thought it was a really good program, something that was very mission-driven for us, with that school being predominantly Black.
We are looking how can we give more in-depth study for our students. We have to connect with Merit.
We were able to audition all of those kids, and we were able to accept 25 at the conservatory.
Nobody wants to go to school 6 days a week, but to me, Merit doesn't really feel like truly school, you know? I do it because I love the music.
You know, I walk down that hallway at like 8:15 and, you know, I hear that trumpet and I'm like, yeah, that's Nathaniel, he's just revving it up, you know?
They love their teachers. They love the practices, the rehearsals. But the best part is that I see our students, with students from the whole Chicago area creating music.
I have like a sort of camaraderie with the other students because I know that we have something in common no matter which part of the area we're from.
You probably hear that phrase all the time, that music is a universal language. I think it's very true.
Music just really touches something in your soul, and like it's really something that can be understood anywhere. It doesn't matter your race or culture. Music is just music.
I always excited for my orchestra practice on Saturday. In the orchestra, if you messed up, no one's gonna hear it.
Alex and Arthur, they moved to Chicago and very quickly realized that we had a couple of really talented young violinists on our hands who had had a very different education.
I already spent the 40 years in Beijing, so how was my kids to make friends? I feel a lot of stressful.
I speak Chinese and I was able to translate a lot of things for them, and I realized it might be really helpful for me to teach them because part of our lessons were also learning English as well as learning music at the same time.
So one day from here, I saw my first son, Alex, is so sad because he don't know the English. But after that one, when he back home, he said, "Mom, music is good because I can use my violin to make friends."
The groups that we placed them in intentionally was that there was a Chinese-speaking student in that group class. They're still friends now, and that's really what it's all about. They are a permanent part of the family.
Sophia and Oksana coming to Merit, it really started with an email out of the blue. Sophia had been a very serious musician. She'd been in conservatory playing viola for 8 years in Ukraine prior to moving to Chicago because of the war. And she really had no outlet for something that had been one of the main pillars of her life up until that point.
When she was 6, she found music and playing viola. When the full invasion started in Ukraine, she stopped playing at all. It was stress for me. I understood something wrong with my child.
Перше я відчула, коли я дізналася, що я поїду до Сполучених Штатів. Я розуміла, що це правильне рішення для мого майбутнього. Але я дуже сильно плакала, я дуже переживала, як це буде.
Sophia and Oksana came in, she played for us, and we were able to get her into our tuition-free conservatory literally within 3 days. Seeing her reaction when she came to conservatory that first week and saw all these students playing music and valuing music like she does, it really was an uplifting moment for her.
Мене оточують люди, яких я дуже люблю, з якими дуже гарно знаходжу спільну мову. Ми можемо розуміти через музику одне одного, не казавши ні слова, навіть не дивлячись одне на одного.
Once she came home and said, "Mom, today in orchestra I felt the same feeling I felt at home. It's like the highest enjoyable." Коли йдуть мурахи по тілу. A million Ukrainian moms, their children's childhood was stolen And I felt the same when we came here. And I'm so glad that I see it and I feel it. It's coming back. It's getting warmer, warmer and getting back.
Я дуже і дуже вдячна за те, що я ходжу в цю школу, що мене сюди прийняли і що зараз я маю змогу вивчати далі музику і далі продовжувати справу свого життя.
In the face of many reasons to debate or disagree, or in the face of hardship and loss and warfare, Merit is a warm and inviting circle of people created by music.
It almost becomes a place of refuge for anybody who just wants to come here and just wants to experience a loving community. They're looked at as a musician or as a person, just a person who loves music.
I don't want to work anywhere else. This is what I want to do with my life every single day. I get up in the morning, and this is the kind of thing I want to do, in the kind of community I want to be in.
Nothing is like it. Nothing is like Merit School of Music.